Hi guys, my name's Marcel. Welcome to my very first video on this channel. And today you're gonna learn how to draw like a sir. Drawing fabric, wrinkles and clothes is a very big topic, so of course this little tutorial will only teach you the basics. So, if you're a beginner, you just do this. You watch this video, you learn the basics, and then you look up reference material on Google Images or just in real life. Whatever that is. It's like math class back in school. Your teacher just shows you a formula, but you yourself have to figure out how to apply it. So, enough talking, let's get started. So, let's just start from scratch. The most important thing on how to draw clothes is to know where the points of tension lie. Sorry, I couldn't come up with a better name, it's just the points where the tension, you know. The most painful mistake beginners make is drawing levitating clothes. You know, clothes without wrinkles or shape looks pretty bad. And that's where points of tension may help you. They help you with figuring out where to draw the wrinkles or folds. Just imagine it as a little black hole sucking in all of them wrinkles. Now let's head on to the next step. Now as you can see, we have an arm just hanging there wearing a sleeve. Now of course gravity will drag down the sleeve, so the upper part will lie flat on the arm. Now the bottom part will not just levitate around, gravity will also have its effect on it. So this part of the sleeve is also being dragged down by gravity, that's why it looks a bit pointier than usual. This is not exclusive to sleeves, because it also may happen to, let's say, your collar if it's very big. Now, if you're a long-time subscriber already, then you may have already figured it out. I just showed you the keys on how to draw folds on pretty much anything. Now, let's get into the meat of things. Right now, I'm doodling a little body here. On this body, I'll show you where the points of tension are, and most importantly, how it will affect the shirt. Let's get started on the upper body. Now, a lot of times your collar is pretty loose. The more tense points are, like I mentioned before, your armpits. Now that gives the metaphor with the black hole a whole nother meaning. But it does make a lot of sense. I mean, did you ever just think about how tense the clothes under your armpits are? No? Well, neither did I until I did this video, but that's beside the point. But what you should keep in mind is the clothes under your arm are very tight, and that's why there's a lot of wrinkles. And yes, because I can already read your comments, if you have a very big chest, then yes, that's also a point of tension. So yes, keep that in mind. And concerning your upper body at least, that's the most tense spots you can have. Now that being said, there are a lot of people who have, you know, different body types, so if you happen to have a bit of a beer belly, then yes, that can also be a point of tension. So it's a similar case to drawing a girl with a big chest, but this time, you know, shift the point of tension a bit more, downwards. But how are we going to continue on this? With this kind of body, are there only tension points under your armpits? By that logic, there shouldn't be any wrinkles on the lower part of the shirt, right? And that even though I just said in the beginning that levitating clothes are a no-go. Now just what's going on here? Yeah, that's right, on this kind of body there's no more tension on the lower side. So your shirt sags down for a bit and creates a couple of more wrinkles. But those kind of wrinkles don't really stem from, you know, tension or tight spots. Those kind of wrinkles stem from fabric collecting around your hip. So now there's a bit of a different approach in drawing them. If you have wrinkles going to a tight spot, then of course they're gonna be a bit shorter. But in this case, you wanna draw them a bit bigger and wider, since, you know, they're going all around your body. Also, here's what we in the business call a pro tip. Don't forget contouring the wrinkles when they hit the sides. That way your wrinkles look a lot more believable and a lot more 3D. Oh, and in case you're wearing long sleeves, it kind of works the same, really. We already established that, you know, under your armpits there's a point of tension. But after that the fabric sags down and collects around your elbow. This might be confusing at first, but it makes sense if you think about it. When your arm is relaxed, it's not completely straight. I mean, nobody walks around with straight arms, am I right? You can just leave that to us Germans. Now, while you've been watching this video, you might have thought to yourself something like, man, I know examples where people don't have a lot of folds around their hip. Yeah, that might be true. Or maybe you thought to yourself something like, I've seen examples where clothes have been drawn completely different than that. Now, let me ask you something. Naruto's clothes are pretty thick, right? And that's even though he wears it in the summer. Now, but the fabric on Son Goku's clothes is pretty thin in contrast, right? I mean, it's a heck of a lot thinner than Naruto's clothes, right? Now, my question to you is, how do you know that? Now, I reckon a lot of you already guessed it, it's about the wrinkles. Naruto's clothes only have a limited amount of wrinkles. And that's exactly why we can judge that Naruto's jacket is pretty damn thick. We only have the most important wrinkles here, like for example the one on the armpits. Now, I think we both know what I'm about to say, but on Son Goku's clothes it's the polar opposite. Now, I think we both know what I'm about to say. Son Goku's clothes give off a very thin look because they have so many wrinkles in them. You can just go ahead and test it out yourself. If you have a very thin shirt at home, chances are it does have a lot of wrinkles, and yes, even if you ironed it. So what was that all about? Why did I show you this? What did I want to tell you with this? You know, besides the fact that you really would not want to smell Naruto during summertime. That's right, there's no formula on drawing clothes. There's thin, short clothes, but there can also be long, thick clothes. And even though there's some wrinkles that might be on any kind of clothing, it almost always depends on what you are wearing. Or how you're moving. Or what kind of body type you are. Now, fun fact, I myself do have a bit of experience in that regard, and I can assure you it's something that comes with experience. You mean, I have a lot of experience in that regard. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'll keep making videos on this channel, so I'd be very thankful if you'd show your support through a thumbs up or a nice comment, for example. This way you could help this channel getting started and also show your appreciation, because animating these videos takes a lot of time. So if I'll get your support, I'll continue with this. And maybe I'll have a little surprise as a 10k subscriber special. Who knows, right? For now, thanks for coming over and checking things out, und auch euch vielen Dank, falls ihr von meinem alten Kanal rübergekommen seid. Ich habe nicht vor, aufzuhören, deutsche Videos zu machen, aber ihr wisst ja, warum ich das hier mache, ne? Soweit, danke, and thank you for watching. My name's Marcel, see you next time.